This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to the WCTE High School Academic Bowl. I'm your moderator, Brian O'Connor, a math professor at Tennessee Tech University. Our match today features teams from Portland High School and Gallatin High School. Let's meet our teams. First, Portland High School is located in Portland, Tennessee. Its enrollment is 1,130. They're the Panthers. The principal is David Woods, and the coach is Helena Bayer. Let's meet our team members.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hutchinson, a junior and a member of NCSS.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a freshman, and I have 2 studio albums.
I'm Carter. I'm a senior, and I am my class vice president.
I'm Brent. I'm a senior, and I attended Boy State.
That's Portland. Now, Gallatin High School is in Gallatin, Tennessee. Its enrollment is 1,400. They're the Green Wave. The principal is Ron Becker, and the coach is Brian Hoover. Let's meet the team members here.
I'm Parker. I'm a senior, and happy birthday, Hoover.
I'm Ben. I'm a sophomore, and happy birthday to you, Mr. Hoover.
I'm Michael. I'm a senior, and happy birthday, big dog.
This is Isaac, senior at Gallatin High School. Happy birthday, Dwight.
I'll echo those sentiments as well. Let's meet our officials for the match today. First, our scorekeeper is Marge Rios, who's a retired Spanish teacher who taught 21 years at Livingston Academy and was the academic bowl coach there. Our 2 judges, first, Brent Fleshman is the program director and morning show host for News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, and program director of 106.1 The Eagle. Our other judge is Lee Ray, who's the marketing coordinator at Tennessee Tech University and a longtime volunteer for WCTE Upper Cumberland PBS. And our timekeeper is the most excellent Dr. Hannah Rauweiser, Director of Education and Community Engagement at WCTE. All right, those are all the introductions, and now we can begin our match. Teams, are you ready? Let's begin. Here's your first toss-up question. 600 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale is very close to 600 degrees on this other scale, while 32 degrees Fahrenheit converts to 273. Brent?
Kelvin?
The Kelvin scale. Correct. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 10 points in Latin roots, the root bi means what?
2.
2 is correct. And second, also for 10 points in Latin roots, the root deci means what?
10.
10 is correct. 20 points on that bonus. Here's your next toss-up. Which 1961 incident was considered the most humiliating episode in the presidency of John Kennedy? Brent?
The Cuban Missile Crisis?
No, can you take it, Gallatin? Ben?
Bay of Pigs?
The Bay of Pigs. Failed invasion. Here's your bonus question. Fill in these blanks for the points indicated. In an emergency, people accept help wherever they can get it, as in the old proverb which says, any blank in a storm.
Boat.
Any port in a storm. And next, in politics especially, a new leadership can inject new energy, as in the old proverb which says, a new broom sweeps blank.
Old dust.
No, clean. A new broom sweeps clean. No points on that bonus. Here comes another toss-up. This artist is probably a favorite of your math teacher. He uses repeated figures, geometric principles, and different perspectives to create fantastic worlds and lifelike pictures that seem to crawl out of the paper. Who was he? Matthew?
MC Escher.
MC Escher, that is right. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 5 points each, give the capital city of each of these Canadian provinces. First, Nova Scotia.
Halifax.
Halifax is right. Next, Manitoba.
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Third, Newfoundland.
Calvary.
No, St. John's. And finally, Quebec.
Quebec.
Quebec. Correct. 15 points on that bonus. Here comes another toss-up. The Grand Canyon was formed by what river? Ben.
The Colorado River.
Colorado River. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 10 points, what is the name for a tropical land mass of grassland and scattered trees plentiful in Africa?
Savannah.
Savannah is correct. And next, also for 10 points, in what African country is Mount Kilimanjaro located?
Ethiopia.
No, Tanzania. 10 points on that bonus. Next toss-up. Which brass instrument is used in a concert band but is rarely used in a symphony orchestra? Parker.
Tuba.
No, can you take it? Matthew.
Trombone.
No, euphonium. Next toss-up. What are supplementary angles? Ben.
Angles that equal 180 degrees.
I cannot take that.
Angles that, when added together, equal 180
There's
degrees.
some is 180 degrees. Correct. 10 points there. Here is your bonus question. For 20 points, all or nothing, name the 4 presidents depicted on Mount Rushmore going from left to right as you're facing the sculpture. Answer.
Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln.
No, it's Washington, Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Lincoln. No points on that bonus. Next toss-up. Who was the American poet responsible for the poem Old Ironsides? Brent.
Burns.
No, can you take it, Gallatin? Ben.
Longfellow.
No, Oliver Wendell Holmes. Next toss-up. What significant historic event occurred at Appomattox Courthouse? Ben.
Robert E. Lee surrendered.
More information.
It was the end of the Civil War.
All right. Surrendered to Grant or the Civil War ended. Correct. 10 points there. Here is your bonus question. Identify the following book after the first clue for 20 points or after the second clue for 10 points. Here's the first clue. It spawned many imitators, particularly Philip Quarle and Peter Wilkins, and one about an entire Swiss family named Robinson.
Robinson Crusoe.
Robinson Crusoe is correct. 20 points there. The next one was, it was based on the life of Alexander Selkirk, who stayed in the island of Juan Fernandez for 5 years. 20 points on that bonus question. Here's your next toss-up. I will give you, nope, that looks like a bonus question. We're going to go to this toss. Next page. The method of allowing the President of the United States to veto certain parts of a bill sent to him by Congress. Brent.
Lying veto.
More words.
Lying vetoing a bill sent to Congress, to the President's office.
Not that many words. No, I don't think we can take that, so we have to turn to Gallatin. I will continue. Veto certain parts of a bill sent to him by Congress has been a topic of discussion for many years. The type of veto is known as what? Ben.
A partial line veto?
No, a line item veto. No points there. Next toss-up. What is the French word for dog? Matthew.
Fru.
No, can you take it, Gallatin? Ben.
Poochie?
No. Chien. C-H-I-E-N. I do like that, though. All right, here's your next toss-up question. During his spring break from schooling, Sir Isaac Newton invented one of the branches of mathematics. Brent.
Calculus.
Calculus, correct. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 10 points, double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. These lines are from what author?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare is right. And second, for another 10 points, in what play do they occur?
Macbeth.
Macbeth, right. 20 points on that bonus. Next toss-up, who was the deadpan doctor in Airplane and Lieutenant Drebin in the Naked Gun movies? Ben.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, that is right. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. The lengths of the bases of a trapezoid are 11 centimeters and 15 centimeters. If the area of the trapezoid is 78 square centimeters, find the number of centimeters in the altitude. Answer.
12.
No, it was 6. Have to average that. No points on that bonus. Next toss-up. What year was Abraham Lincoln referring to when he That's the end of our first round, and we have a close match going on. Portland 95, Gallatin 70. Come on back for our lightning round. Welcome back to the WCTE High School Academic Bowl. Just want to mention the loser of this game will be our fourth place team. The winner of this game will then play Westmoreland to see who challenges Cookeville for the championship. We have a substitution to tell you about. On Gallatin, Parker has been replaced by Thomas. We're going to do our lightning round now, and the categories are ports and geography. So Gallatin, you get to choose. Which would you like?
We're going to go with geography.
Geography. All right. Identify the following. 60 seconds. Largest country in South America.
Brazil.
Country in Southeast Asia with capital Vientiane.
Laos.
European country mostly below sea level.
The Netherlands.
Longest river in Africa.
Nile.
River between Manhattan and Long Island.
Hudson.
Seaport in southeast England known for its white cliffs.
White Cliff.
Island of Sumatra is part of what country?
Indonesia.
Country sometimes referred to as the Boot.
Italy.
Country whose capital is Abu Dhabi.
Saudi Arabia.
City where the Willis Tower is located.
Chicago.
You got 7 correct, gives you 70 more points and gets you up to 140, the ones you missed. Seaport in southeast England known for the White Cliffs of Dover. The river between Manhattan and Long Island is the East River, and Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. So 70 points there brings you up to 140, and now we come to Portland with the category ports. I suppose that's appropriate. I will name the port and you name the country. 60 seconds. Shanghai.
China.
Rotterdam.
Pass.
Marseille.
France.
Long Beach.
America.
Cape Town.
South Africa.
Kobe.
Pass.
Hamburg.
Pass.
Busan.
Pass.
Mumbai.
India.
Colombo.
Pass.
Rotterdam.
England.
Kobe.
Pick a nation.
Japan.
Hamburg.
Germany.
Germany.
Busan.
Italy.
Colombo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct. 70 more points. Get you to 165, the ones you missed. Rotterdam is in the Netherlands. Busan is South Korea. And Colombo is in Sri Lanka. So we still have a tight match here, 165 to 140. And we're going to start our second half. Teams, are you ready? Here's your first toss-up. What military machine did American Sea Captain David Bushnell invent in... Brent?
The ironclad.
No, I will continue for Gallatin. Invent in 1773. Ben?
Submarine.
The submarine, that is right. 10 points there. Here's your bonus. 2 books of the Bible are named for women. For 10 points each, name them.
Ruth and Esther.
Ruth and Esther. We would have also accept Judith, which is in the Catholic Bible. So 20 points on that bonus question. Next toss-up. Who discovered oxygen as an element? Isaac.
Priestley.
Priestley is right. Joseph Priestley. 10 points there. Bonus question. Identify these people whose name contains a type of bird. We already had that question. I'm going to throw it out. For 5 points each, or 20 for all three, what 3 world leaders met and signed the Camp David Accords in 1979?
Carter. Ishbay and Netanyahu.
Jimmy Carter, Anwar Sadat, and Menachem Begin. So 5 points on that bonus. Next toss-up. What canal connects the Red Sea? Matthew?
Panama.
No, I'll continue for Gallatin. What canal connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea? Ben?
The Suez Canal.
Suez Canal, correct. 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 5 points each, give the name of the leader of each of these settlements in America. First, Jamestown.
Smith.
John Smith is right. Next, Rhode Island. Answer?
Smith.
Roger Williams. Third, Georgia.
Oglethorpe.
James Oglethorpe. And finally, Connecticut.
Charles.
No, Thomas Hooker. 10 points on that bonus. You got 2 right. Next toss-up. A star that results from a supernova explosion and has about the same density as the nucleus of an atom is known as what kind of... Isaac?
A brown dwarf.
No, can you take it, Portland? Brent?
A red dwarf.
No, a neutron star. No points there. Next toss-up. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes was the work of what? Carter?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, British writer. Correct. 10 points there. Here is your bonus question. A couple anatomy questions for 10 points each. First, what section of the respiratory tract is commonly called the windpipe?
Trachea.
Trachea is correct. And next, what wide muscular partition separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity?
The diaphragm.
Diaphragm is correct. 20 points on that bonus. Here's another toss-up. If a set has 5 elements, how many proper subsets does it have? Brent?
5 factorial, or 20 times 3 times 2, which is equal to 120.
No. Can you take it, Gallatin?
24.
Thomas?
24.
No, 31. 2 to the 5th minus 1. Here's your next toss-up question. Of the following, what is the name for bone-forming cells? Osteocytes?
Osteocytes.
I will continue for Gallatin. Osteocytes, osteoclasts, or osteoblasts? Thomas.
Osteoclasts.
Say it again.
Osteoclasts.
No, osteoblasts. Not there. So let's try another toss-up. The body's largest glandular organ is the liver, but what is the body's largest and fastest growing organ? Sarah?
The skin.
The skin, that is right, 10 points. Here's your bonus question. For 5 points each, or 20 for all 3, identify each of these as they relate to the study of electricity. First, measure of the energy moving electrons.
Voltage.
Voltage is right. Second, unit of current measurement.
No.
Answer.
No answer.
That's ampere, or amp. Next, unit of resistance to flow.
Ohms.
Ohm, that is correct. 10 points on that bonus question. Here's another toss-up. Manuscript found in a bottle might not be as familiar to audiences as this author's other works, such as The Gold Bug and The Raven. Ben.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. I knew it was a race to the buzzer when I said The Raven.
Yeah.
So that's right, 10 points there. Here's your bonus question. For 5 points each, name the composer of each of the following operas. First, Madame Butterfly.
Puccini.
Puccini, Giacomo Puccini, correct. Next, La Traviata.
Verdi.
Giuseppe Verdi, correct. Third, Lohengrin.
Clark.
No, Richard Wagner. And finally, The Marriage of Figaro.
Mozart.
Mozart, correct. 15 points on that bonus. 3 of 4. Here's your next toss-up. What science deals with aging and associated phenomena? Time, that was gerontology. Next toss-up. What American politician was nicknamed the Kingfish? Isaac.
Hughes.
No, can you take it, Portland? Time, that was Huey Long. Next toss-up. According to Roman mythology, Rome was founded by two... Brent.
Romulus and Remus.
Romulus and Remus, the two individuals, correct. 10 points there. Here's your bonus. For 10 points each, first, what former U.S. president later swore in 2 other presidents as they were taking office in the 1920s?
Taft.
William Howard Taft, correct, as Chief Justice. Next, named one of the 2 presidents Taft swore in.
Wilson.
No, Coolidge or Hoover. So 10 points on that bonus. Here's another toss-up. What TV show gave us the immortal phrase, "Is that your final answer?" Matthew.
Jeopardy.
No. Can you take it, Gallatin?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Michael, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Correct. 10 points there. Here is your bonus question. For 10 points each, first, name the hardest substance in the human body.
Calcium.
No, enamel. And next, what name is given to the clear, colorless liquid of the blood in which... Oh, that's the end of our match, and it's an all-time close one. Gallatin 240 and Portland 235. Congratulations, team. A great match. Wow. Wow.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.